You check your bank account on Friday morning. Your paycheck hit yesterday, $2,947 after taxes. You feel good for exactly 12 seconds. Then you start doing the math: rent, car payment, groceries. And somewhere in the back of your mind, there's this nagging feeling that money is leaving faster than it's coming in, and you can't figure out where it's all going. Pull up your bank statement right now. Netflix, $15.99. Spotify, $10.99. Amazon Prime, $14.99. That gym you haven't used in 4 months, $49. The meditation app you downloaded at 2 a.m., $12.99. Cloud storage for photos you'll never look at, $9.99. Disney Plus, $13.99. The meal kit you forgot to cancel, $89 this week. Premium LinkedIn, $29.99. That's $247.93 this month. The average American household pays $273 per month on subscriptions. That's $3,276 per year. If you invested that money instead at 8% return over 30 years, you would have $367,447. You just traded $250,000 for the convenience of not canceling things. Let me introduce you to Tyler. He's 29, works in digital marketing, makes $68,000 a year. He considers himself financially responsible, no credit card debt, saves a little every month. But Tyler has 17 active subscriptions. He knows about maybe 9 of them. When we went through his statements, he physically recoiled. $1,847 in 6 months. For services he actively used maybe 3 of. Here's Tyler's breakdown. 5 streaming services at $73 per month combined because every show he wants is on a different platform. The streaming wars fragmented content specifically to force this. He's spending $308 monthly on subscriptions. That's 7.3% of his take-home income, more than his car payment. He's renting his entire digital life, and he's not unusual. He's average. He's doing exactly what the system designed him to do. Here's where it gets darker. 20 years ago, you bought software. You owned it. Microsoft Office 2003 cost $150. You used it for a decade. Photoshop CS2 was $640. Expensive, but you owned it. Adobe made their money once, then you were done. Wall Street hated this model. No recurring revenue, no predictable growth. So they flipped it. In 2013, Adobe moved to Creative Cloud. No more buying Photoshop. Now you rent it for $54.99 per month, forever. Stop paying, the software stops working. Over 10 years, that's $6,598. The old model cost $649 once. You just paid 10 times more for the same product, and you own nothing. Microsoft did the same with Office 365. Spotify and Netflix pioneered this for media. The entire economy shifted from ownership to access. So gradually, with such small monthly charges, that nobody rioted. But they didn't do this for your convenience. They did it because subscription models are the most effective wealth extraction system ever designed. A one-time purchase is a transaction. A subscription is a relationship. And in that relationship, you have zero power. The trap works through 3 psychological levers. Lever 1 is friction asymmetry. Signing up takes 11 seconds. Canceling is designed to be painful. You have to find the cancellation page buried in settings. Then the guilt screen. Are you sure? You'll lose your playlists. Then a discount offer. 3 months at 50% off. Then 3 more confirmations. By the time you're done, you're exhausted. This is called dark patterns in UX design, and it's legal. Companies like Adobe and Planet Fitness have entire teams maximizing cancellation friction. Lever 2 is the invisibility tax. $9.99 doesn't feel like money. It's below your pain threshold. If Netflix cost $120 yearly in one charge, you'd evaluate it. But $9.99 monthly slips under awareness. It's less than lunch, and because it's auto-charged, you never feel the pain of paying. Studies show people spend 23% more using cards versus cash because payment pain is delayed. Subscriptions take that to the extreme. You authorize once, then it's invisible forever. Lever 3 is the sunk cost treadmill. You've paid for Spotify for 6 years. You've built playlists. The algorithm knows you. Cancel and you lose all that. So you keep paying. Even months you barely listen because walking away feels like losing your investment. Same with Adobe. You've learned Photoshop. Switching to free alternatives means relearning everything. They've created artificial switching costs that have nothing to do with the product and everything to do with trapping you in the ecosystem. This is customer lifetime value maximization. Tyler is spending $3,694 yearly on subscriptions. Over 30 years, that's $110,120 in total payments. But if Tyler invested that $308 monthly, instead at 8% return, by age 60 he'd have $367,447. The subscription economy is costing Tyler $250,000 over his working life, and he gets nothing permanent. The moment he stops paying, everything disappears. But here's what's truly insidious. The system doesn't just take your money, it takes your agency. You're not making active decisions, you're on autopilot. Money leaves without you choosing it. You've outsourced financial decision-making to companies whose only goal is keeping you subscribed. And because charges are small and invisible, you never reevaluate. You just keep paying. Now let me show you how the wealthy handle this differently. Tyler has 17 subscriptions and pays individually. He's a consumer. Meet Victoria. She's 34, runs a marketing agency, makes $140,000 yearly. Victoria pays everything through her LLC. Her effective cost is 30% lower than Tyler's because of tax deductions. But here's where it gets better. Victoria reviews subscriptions quarterly. Every 3 months she asks, "Did I use this enough in the last 90 days to justify the next 90? If no, she cancels immediately. No guilt, just math. She's canceled and restarted Netflix 4 times in 2 years depending on shows she wants. Subscribe, binge, cancel. Here's the most important difference. Victoria doesn't see subscriptions as conveniences. She sees them as tools. When useful, she pays. When not, she puts it down. Tyler sees subscriptions as identity. He's a Netflix person. Canceling feels like losing part of himself. Let me tell you about Jenna. She's 26, graphic designer, makes $52,000 yearly. 2 years ago, she was like Tyler. 13 subscriptions, $267 monthly. Then she did something radical. She canceled everything, every single subscription, in one weekend. She called it her subscription purge. If you spent $500 buying music you actually love, you'd save $818 and own a library that can never be taken away. The subscription trap is real. It's sophisticated. And it's designed to keep you paying forever for things you used to own. Tyler is still paying $308 monthly and wondering why he can't build wealth. Jenna cut subscriptions to $41 monthly, and she's building wealth with the difference. Victoria uses subscriptions strategically, gets tax advantages, and reviews quarterly. Same economy, 3 completely different outcomes. The system wants you to be Tyler. It needs you to be Tyler. Because if everyone acted like Jenna, the subscription economy would collapse. Your recurring payments are their predictable revenue. Your autopilot is their profit margin. So when you get your paycheck next week, are you going to let $273 disappear into subscriptions you barely use? Or are you going to take control back? The subscriptions aren't making your life better. They're making you poorer. Cancel them. Own things. Build wealth. That's how you escape a system designed to keep you subscribed forever.